What is up, team? Trifunctional here, hanging out, playing some Minecraft on the Darkcraft server. I'm having an awesome day and I hope you are as well. And I have some exciting news here today. First off, let's start off by looking at our villager situation. And as you can see, we have a whole bunch of villagers. So that is great news. Let me plug that up before they get out. That's great news. We're actually going to do some more with the villagers today, get them set up in a proper contained villager breeding area. That way we can make sure that all of the new villagers that we breed up don't have any food in their inventory, so that we will be able to utilize them in the best way for future projects like an iron golem farm and automatic food farms and things of that nature. Now, the other really exciting news that I have today is I have 22 diamonds coming my way. Take a look at the courtyard here. It's actually looking pretty good. The other day, Great White and Easy Kill and I were all on, and we were working on the wall situation. And it looks like Great White has been on since then and got the shape of the towers set up on the inside. He placed some nether stone brick around the moat here. That's looking good. But why, Trifunctional, do you have 22 diamonds coming your way, you might ask? Well, that is because of these death traps that Great White has set up out here. I don't know if you noticed, I just got burned when I walked into it. At the beginning of the series, we declared that anyone who creates a torch owes 1 diamond to all of the other members of the server. And I don't know about you, but these look a lot like torches to me. What is a torch but fire at the end of a stick? So he thinks he has a workaround. He calls them his fire stands or something or other. But no, these are torches, and yeah, I've counted 22 of them, and so there's 22 diamonds with my name on it. I'm pretty excited about it. Now, if you've watched his latest video, if you haven't, I'll make sure to leave a link in the description. But he states that he's not a cheater, that I'm the real cheater. He made allegations that I've looked at a map. All I can say to that is, where's your proof? There's video evidence of him cheating. His secret machine is still constructed, actually. So his cheatiness is documented. But he alleges I allegedly looked at a map. Where's your proof? Where is your proof? By the way, team, check out this desert that I found. What fortune! And team, check out this swamp that I found with these slimes. Yes, and we're back at home base. Now, the swamp biome and the desert biome that I just showed you were neither here nor there, completely unrelated to the squabble between Great White and myself. And the fact of the matter is, he has no proof that I looked at a map. And just between you and me, now, don't tell Great White this. I actually thought that I was going to end up in a ice spike biome when I went out there, because I looked at a map. And the map doesn't work with this seed because we use the custom map generation. So I was nowhere near an ice spike biome. And then I decided to explore a little bit on my way back, and that's when I came across the desert biome and the swamp biomes. Look at all the good stuff that I got. Anyways, we need to do some building today. We're going to build our proper villager breeding system. And I was going to do something similar to our single-player world where I built the iron golem farm with the villager breeder right below it, using the same village for both. But the iron golem farm that I want to do is a 14 village version that is self-resetting, and if you have any villagers nearby it, it can mess it up. Because when you're trying to stack multiple villages on top of each other, there's a lot of Minecraft science that goes into it, and you have to do it pretty exact, otherwise it doesn't work out. So we're not going to be able to have our iron golem farm combined with our villager breeder. So figure what we'll go ahead and do is we'll go ahead and build the villager breeder here at this base for now, because the iron golem farm we're going to build at the spawn point. That way the iron golem farm is always loaded, and hopefully we're always getting an income of iron on the server. And so I'm going to go ahead and prepare a little bit of an area, get a couple of items put together, get the items sorted out that I gathered on my little adventure, and then I'll bring it back and we'll go ahead and get started building a villager breeder. And welcome back, team. So I just wanted to bring you back to show you, I decided to make a little bit of a cactus farm with the cactus that I found on my journeys. Just because I do want to be able to have plenty of it to make like green dye for green tinted glass and the such. And the other thing I want to mention is take a look at the textures here between the cobblestone and the sand blocks that I placed. They're kind of merging together. Now I'm not sure if that is B-Dub's texture pack that does that, or his resource pack, or if that's Optifine that's doing that, which... Awesome news, Optifine just updated to 1.12, so I am updated to that, and that means that we do have the dynamic lighting back, so when I hold a glowstone block or a bucket of ice, I can actually use it to light my way around caves and such, which is super awesome. But I think that's pretty awesome how the textures are kind of blending together. Like if I take that cobblestone back, or if you just look at, like, here's a plain cobblestone, you can see the texture kind of bleeding over onto the corner there, and then I place that cobblestone back on there, and yeah, I don't know, I just find that really interesting and pretty sweet that it's doing that. But yeah, I'm just about ready to get started on the villager breeder. Now, as far as where this is located, this is where Great White had set up an area for cows previously. He has since set up a cow breeding area at spawn, so I just decided to repurpose this area as the little cactus farm that I have set up. And basically, this is a pretty common design for a cactus farm. It's pretty simple. Whenever the cactus is next to a block, so when these cactus grow up to be too high, it automatically breaks off. So the cactus will break off when it grows to too high, it'll fall into those hoppers, and then down in... or the hoppers will push it into that chest where I will be able to collect the cactus moving forward. But yeah, so this is right beside where the temporary villager breeder area is. And it's a good thing this is temporary because the villagers keep dying down here. I think they're glitching into a wall, or maybe they're growing up underneath the glowstone blocks. So we're breeding villagers down here, but then a lot of them are dying too, so we're losing a lot of them as well. But not a problem. They also keep trying to run out of the area whenever I come in and out, which is a little annoying. I have a couple of them up here somewhere, I'm pretty sure. Yep, there's one. The other one might have gone into the nether. But not a problem. We'll go ahead and corral them once we get the new area set up for the more permanent villager breeder. So I figure because we've already kind of started down in this area, this is where we will place it. And I actually want to grab some ladders before we get started there. I think they're in here. Yep. Alright, so let me go ahead and clear out the sand from my inventory as well, so that that's not clogging things up. But yes, yeah, so let's head down here. Basically, I'm going to start digging out down below here until I get the down to about 6 or 7 blocks below our village here, because we don't want to be too close to that village. If we're within 5 blocks, then the villagers that we're breeding will count towards that village, and that will mess up our infinite breeding. So we're going to go down about 6 or 7 blocks below this village here, and then set up our new villager breeder area. And so I'm going to go ahead and start getting this carved out. I do have Silk Touch on a pick now, which is super awesome. Did a little bit of XP grinding and enchanting when I first logged on today. But yeah, after I get a little bit of an area, get started building, I'll go ahead and bring you back and let you know the progress. Alright, welcome back team. So I've done quite a bit more work as far as getting an area dug out for our villager breeder. And I just had the stats pulled up there so I could make sure I was getting the light levels high enough so we don't have any spawns down here, because we definitely don't want any mobs spawning around our villagers. But this area that I have dug out, this is going to be where we're going to have the villagers that will be breeding. They'll be on the upper level here, and then down on the lower level here, this is where we will be collecting the baby villagers after the adult villagers breed. So we're going to go ahead and set up down here is a water stream that's going to push the new villagers over to a water elevator that we'll have over here. And we'll actually have the baby villagers stay in a one wide spot for the time being until they grow up, and then they will enter a water elevator and they will head up to a storage area that we will have on this level. We'll have probably like a 5x5 area for the adult villagers over in this area, and then we'll set up a way eventually to be able to collect the villagers and sort them from the collection area up here. So I should have used those 2 buckets of water that I just dumped out to create an infinite water source, because I'm going to need a lot of water for this. But I'm going to make a little bit more progress, and then I'll bring you back in just a moment. Alright, welcome back team. So I've made more progress. I got the water streams in place and the water elevator. So I'm not going to touch the controls so you can just see how exactly this works. So when we come to this intersection here, we have the cobblestone walls down a block below the open fence gates. So this is going to allow the baby villagers to just continue flowing unobstructed all the way through our water stream area here. And then they'll come over to here. There's that air pocket down there that's 1 block wide where they will actually grow up. And then once they are full adults, then they will bounce up here to the water elevator to bring them all the way up here. And then they will flow this way and down into the holding area. So this is going to be where we will actually hold the adult villagers until we are ready to sort them out and decide whether they are useful for us or not. And so this water stream is going to push them all over into this corner, and then we will set up a villager pickup station in this corner, probably using minecarts. But yeah, so that's that part done. The next part that we're going to actually set up is the actual area that the villagers will be located. And so we're going to have glass going like this, just diagonal from each other all along this road. This would have been easier if I would have done it from up above. But you get the point. Let me grab my fences as well. And now this is going to be the level where we're going to have the fences. So we'll have a fence here, and we'll have one here, and here. And the fence is actually what the villager will be standing on. So I'm going to continue getting this put together, and then I'll bring you back in just a second. And actually, team, looking at this from F5 mode, I'm realizing that I actually put the fence 1 block too high. So I'm actually going to go around and take out the fence and move it down 1 block lower. I just wanted to go ahead and correct that in case anybody is building along with me here. Now, this is design. This isn't my design. I actually watched a DocM 77 video where he used it. It's not his design either, though. It's designed by Minerva, maybe Minerva. It's I'll put a link in the description in case you want to watch the tutorial to build it for yourself. I can't remember exactly. I think it might be Minerva server or something like that. But yeah, I'll make sure to have that link in the description. So if you want to watch the tutorial that the actual creator put together, you can feel free to do so. Alright team, so next we're going to start with putting villagers in, and now we're going to do the back row first just because that way we can get that out of the way. It'll be easier to fill in the front row later on, because we're not going to have enough villager to fill this up entirely today. We're going to need some of the villagers that we get from breeding to fill it the rest of the way up. Now we do have 16 spots for pairs of villagers, so this is going to be 32 villagers in the breeding chambers. And so in each of these spots standing on a fence post is going to be 2 villagers that will breed with each other. And then we'll have them, or I'll go into the half slabs and the glass and the purpose in a little bit after I make a little bit more progress. Now, so we're going to need to transport villagers from our little temporary setup down here. And so we're going to probably push them off that ledge there. Now, I'm thinking just to make sure that they don't die, we'll probably just set up a little bit of a water pool down here. So maybe I'll just see where that goes. Alright, so it goes down there. So that might actually not be a bad thing. Well, okay. We're going to need to get rid of this right here. And let's replace that water, see if it spreads a little bit further. Because I'd like this spot to be covered by water as well. So let's just take out that block and replace the water. There we go. And so, yeah, just to be safe, maybe we will just take out that block as well. Alright, so we'll try it out. We'll make sure if the villager gets hurt or dies once we get him down here that we will readjust things. But hopefully he'll just land in the water and not take damage. And because the water stream is going into that first hole that we're looking for, maybe he'll just flow right into there. That would actually be convenient. So yeah, let me go ahead and head over here and get the first villager. And actually, I'm pretty sure a couple of villagers might be in the nether hub right now. So let me just grab those guys if they are. And yep, there they are. Oh. And of course, they are running away from the zombie pigmen. Alright, well, I didn't want to have to kill these zombie pigmen. Let me just make sure that they're the only ones down here. Pretty sure they are. Yep, looks like they're gonna have to die. Alright, you're dead? You're dead? You died? You died? Dead? Maybe? Alright, he's dead. You're dead. Alright, sweet. So, now we took care of them, so we should be able to push these guys back through the portal without having them run away from those zombie pigmen. And now, hopefully, the zombie pigmen and the rest of the nether won't stay aggro at me forever. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and push these guys back through the portal, and then I'm just going to disable the portal on the other side. That way they don't run back through. And then I'll go ahead and just make a little bit more progress on transporting as many villagers as I can get into our new villager breeder. Alright team, so moment of truth. Hopefully this guy doesn't die when we push him into the water. When I got back from the nether, there was a zombie inside our base, which was not good. Oh, he didn't go quite to where I wanted him to. Yeah, I was really surprised to see a zombie had spawned inside our base. So I'm gonna need to check light levels around the area and make sure that uh, we have everything lit up to at least. I like to go light level 9 or higher. I'm just gonna push them into this one. There we go. But yeah, I like to go at least a light level 9 or higher, just to be safe. Now, mobs don't spawn on blocks that are light level 8 or higher. They need a light level of 7 or lower to be able to spawn. So, I always just go 1 higher, go with the 9 or higher just to be safe. But, so yeah, basically I'm just going to be nudging the villagers into their potential future houses, holding cells. I think houses sounds nicer. Yeah, they're future houses. They're like the micro homes that you see people building, where they have like 200 square foot for somebody to live in. But yeah, so we're gonna be keeping these guys in micro homes and feeding them plenty of food so that they can have plenty of babies. Oh, he's actually using the ladder. He's smart. But yeah, I'm gonna continue transporting villagers, and I'll bring you back in a sec. Don't worry, team. I found the culprit, the low light level. It was around this abomination. This is actually working out really well. But yeah, so I got that fixed, so hopefully we won't have any future problems with mobs spawning inside the base. And welcome back, team. So I'm still transporting villagers, and I've been having the toughest time with this. The first couple of spots, they filled in nicely. 2 of them right in there. Now, these last several spots, I just cannot push a second villager into there. So what I've resorted to is piston, redstone block, push them right in, which is actually working out quite nicely. And I wish that I would have resorted to this a long time ago. But I just wanted to let you know that, just in case in case you're trying to build this and having trouble getting them into the individual spots, piston, pushing them in, works wonders. And now, I don't know if I mentioned this previously, but while I am on camera, I might as well mention it now. The reason that they are standing on the fence posts down there is once they breed, the baby villagers will just fall right out beside the fence post and down into the water streams, and then they will again collect down in the little 1 wide gap and then come up the water elevator once they are mature. And actually, I am noticing, looks like there are a couple that have matured and came up the water elevator, and they are resisting. They're just chilling there at the top. So let's use our silk touch. Let's get in there and see if we can help them down. So maybe if I do one of those. Oh, okay. I see what's going on. It's because, well, did they not have enough room? What's going on here? Do I have any more signs on me? I don't. I have ladders. What if I block the water with a ladder? But where, you ask? How about, well, I'd have to get up there to push them out. Let's see if I can get up here. You two are trouble. Get down there. Alright, well, I'm going to fix my little problem here, and then I will bring you back once I've actually made some good progress. Alright, team, so I fixed my problem, and how I did it is I just placed the sign that was right here, placed it up there, so when they come out, they should just fall down this hole now. And so hopefully that will work. We will adjust accordingly if it does not work. Alright, welcome back, team. So it's been quite a while of moving around villagers, which is one of the most frustrating things to do in this game. But let's go ahead and check on the cactus farm here. 22 cactus, not bad. This isn't the most efficient farm, so we're probably getting quite a bit of loss, like, off to the sides, but I don't know, it's working. We're getting some extra cactus. So I've got the whole upper level here cleared out of all of the villagers. I filled up quite a few of the areas that we have for breeding down here. If we go ahead and head down here, you can see, so that whole back row has 2 villagers in every spot. And so we have 8 groups of, or 8 pairs of villagers ready to breed down on this side. Now, I don't know how they're getting bunched up like that, because just a moment ago they weren't bunched up like that, but I don't know, I suppose I could hit them to separate them, but I'm just going to leave them for now. They can do what they want. But yeah, and then on the opposite side over here, we have a pair in there. We have just one there, pair there. So we've almost got half of the second side filled up. And we do have a couple right here that we can grab out and push over into spots too. And then once we start feeding them and they start breeding even more, then we'll be able to get the rest of the villagers that we need to fill up the rest of the slots. And so I'm going to keep on working away and be back in a sec. Alright team, so I wanted to finish this and have a finished product to show you in this episode. Unfortunately, I logged out for a while, went to the gym, came back, and as you can see, oh, there's a bunch of adult villagers here. I was all excited. I was like, oh, maybe they've been breeding. But unfortunately, what it looks like is happening is they're glitching through somehow and falling off of the fence posts. And then, so those villagers over there are actually villagers that I had already paired up in here. And yeah, they're just like falling through. See, these ones just have single villagers in them, which is unfortunate because it took me a really long time to get. Yeah, this one, it had one villager in it, and I came down here to look, and I watched him fall through down into the water below. But yeah, it took me a really long time to get the villagers paired up into their individual spots. So it's really unfortunate that they're falling through. Now I'm sure it has something to do with the 1.12 update changed the way that fences connect to other blocks. So I'm sure that that has something to do with it, like the hitbox might not be the same. So I'm going to have to look into it and potentially go with a different design on the villager breeder. But unfortunately, I'm not going to have a finished product to show you today, but I'll keep working at it, and we'll be able to have this finished by next episode. And then next episode, we'll hopefully be able to get started on working on like an automated food farm or an iron golem farm using the villagers that hopefully will be able to breed up by then. But I hope you enjoyed the episode. I've had a blast with getting this set up. It's actually taken a really long time. This has been like an all-day recording. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, make sure to hit that like button for me. I certainly appreciate it, and it helps me out quite a bit. And if you're new and you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Now, one thing I want to mention as well, with the 22 extra large death trap torches that Great White created in the courtyard, you should go over to his channel and spam hashtag 22 diamonds, because he owes everybody else on the server 22 diamonds. So, oh, and there he is right there. Yeah, I want to see spam in his comment section on his videos of hashtag 22 diamonds. But yeah, thank you again for watching, and I hope you all have a great rest of your night.